Hello and welcome to the latest Let's Play Pokemon TCG Online. I'm Daniel, one of the hosts for the weekly Reasons I'm Broke podcast found right here on YouTube and also on iTunes. And today we're going to go into our regular Gengar deck and gameplay. Let's make sure this is the right one. Yep, that's the one, expanded. So we are going to jump right into our versus match. And I know it's been a while since we've done another Let's Play, but of course, as always, the focus is on the weekly podcast. A very exciting time right now, though, for Pokemon TCG, because there is a new set coming. If you're doing a pre-release at the end of the month at your local comic and gaming shops, they are doing pre-releases for Burning Shadows, which is the latest set, and then it officially releases early next month. So a lot of great stuff happening with the TCG and, of course, the Nationals tournament that we saw. I am determined to actually make a brand new deck based on what the new set brings. Thanks to the League Cups that were run at the local comic shop that I work at, and also at the one I helped at Bobby's shop, I was definitely inspired to make something new, make something competitive with the new set and with the new cards. So I'm definitely going to make that a goal for the next couple of months, and I will hopefully translate it down over to the TCG Online if I can get the cards here as well and do some trading. And as always, we're going to do some Pokemon packs at the very end of the Let's Play today and open up some boosters. So I'm not sure yet what kind of cards or what kind of deck I am going to do. There are several players at my local Pokemon League that are very welcome to help on the TCG side and on helping build what should be a solid deck based on what I find and what kind of strategies do look interesting and fun to me. So we do end up starting off turning over to the game here with a little Litwick, but we do end up grabbing a Gengar, and we have a Chandelure on the hand as well with the rare candy, which is awesome. We pretty much did all we can do. We're going to go ahead and trip over, and hopefully we don't get knocked out next turn through our first attack. They do have a Fire Energy on the Vespiquen, which doesn't do any damage, but based on who they end up evolving into, and then of course the free retreat with the Float Stone will unfortunately, it could be a knockout for little Litwick, so I did take a chance by powering that up instead of the Gengar, but we shall see what happens. And there's the Turtonator GX with Shell Trap, does 20 damage. And then the Wally, there's the evolution coming right now on the Vespiquen. Oh no, they ended up going with Arcanine. No damage counters on that. Beautiful artwork on that Arcanine, absolutely awesome. Check that out right there. And also, if you haven't yet, don't forget to check out our latest unboxing. We ended up doing the Decidueye GX unboxing this time. And really happy with the card itself. I'll leave the pulls for you for you to see. So let's go ahead and rare candy up into the Chandelure. And there we go. We don't have a Dimension Valley or a Double Colorless Energy yet, so let's go ahead and Tierno and see if we can pull it up there. We do get a Rock Guard. That's awesome. And by the way, check out the holo on that stuff. It looks, that's definitely an update. That wasn't there last time we played, so super cool that they end up doing that. It makes them stick out more, and it looks great. We can also Mega Evolve, which I'm also tempted to do, since we can't attack this turn anyway. So let's go ahead and, why not? Mega Gengar, onto the Gengar EX, and it is their turn. So let's see if we can get we didn't get a Dimension Valley, we did not get a DCE, and in the meantime, it looks like they are powering up the Turtonator, and now they're just kind of going with the rest of the bench. There's the Soul Rock going up, and they've got another Wally on hand, and that'll definitely go for the Vespiquen. Nope, I was completely wrong. There's an Arcanine Break, and it's got the Searing Flame attack for 60. They end up retreating onto the Soul Rock with the Solar Generator. Search your deck for up to 2 special energy cards, and it looks like attach them to your bench or add them to your hand. Add them to your hand. Alright, that's even better. So far their bench is going to be a little bit slower on powering up. Let's go ahead and Professor's Letter and get 2 more basic energy cards from our deck. And I could bring out the Turtonator GX. I'm going to hold off and put out the fully powered up Chandelure. And let's see who we're going to go after. Let's knock out the Vespiquen. So that's 1 on there. And who do we want to put the other ones on? I guess probably the Arcanine. So 1 on the Arcanine and then the rest of the 5 onto the Vespiquen. And I do want to thank everyone that is watching the Let's Play today from the podcast. Huge thanks for checking it out. And hopefully you can, if you don't play the TCG, hopefully you can pick up some of the stuff that's happening right here. Otherwise, we do talk about Pokemon every single week on the podcast. And let's see what our first prize is. It's another little Litwick, which will go well with our Chandelure on hand here. And then we've got the Turtonator now powering up as well. There's the Drampa. I saw that at the tournament. Righteous Edge does 20 damage. Discard a special energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Very handy. Berserk does 80 plus. If your bench Pokemon have any damage counters on them, this attack does 70 more damage. And then the final big wheel, GX, shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw 10 cards. I think the main thing is the Righteous Edge, although there could be a combo that I'm not seeing from other decks. And they're going to go ahead and power up for a DCE on their hand, and it is our turn. So now we can start. There's the Dimension Valley, a little late, but let's go ahead and feed our Mega Gengar GX. Let's go ahead and not use the Dimension Valley yet. We will bench the little Litwick and hopefully draw up a either a Lampent or another rare candy. So we've got how many hit points on the Arcanine Break? There's 160, 180 on that, and the Turtonator has 190. So let's go ahead and go after the Arcanine GX since it does have the free retreat cost and then the Firestorm. Probably would be smarter to go after the Turtonator at this point, but you know what? Let's put a little bit of pressure on the Arcanine Break. And if anything, we've also got the Mega Gengar GX on hand, and we can use the Chandelure to try to knock out the Turtonator if it comes up. So the plan right now, if we have enough turns, is to try to knock out the Arcanine, then we can go after the Solrock, and then finally the Turtonator GX. But if they're just going to keep the Solrock out there, then awesome. So there's a retreat right there. And out comes the Turtonator GX going after our Chandelure with Bright Flame. There's the knockout. Come on, heads. Let's get the heads. They're going to do 60 themselves. They're going to get the damage, or I'm sorry, the prize card. There's 2 more energies on it. Yes, we do get the head. So we bring down the Turtonator GX with the Feigning Spell attack. Awesome. Beautiful. Absolutely great. That definitely worked out for us. It hasn't worked out last couple of times we've done a Let's Play, so that is awesome news. They're going to bring out the Arcanine Break. Let's bring out the Mega Gengar EX. And I might have said GX earlier, but yeah, it is an EX. This is awesome. Evo Soda, I will take it. Let's go ahead and use that to bring out a Lampent and evolve our little Litwick. We could use the... I guess I can try to knock out the Arcanine that we have here. So let's go ahead and feed our Mega Gengar, Dimension Valley. We'll save the Lysander, and I guess I could draw 3. We've got 31 cards left. I could save... Yeah, let's go ahead and use it. Versus Seeker, Tierno, and we should be able to use it. Here we go. 3 more cards. And another Dimension Valley and a Professor Birch. Let's save... Oh, let's get an Energy Retrieval as well. And there's the 2. And they end up conceding the match. That's it. They saw that we were going to power up our Chandelure on hand, and then their big knockout was gone, so that was knocked out. And that is it. We start off today with a win. This goes a lot quicker, too. This is great. So we are saving time as we jump into our next match. So 25 play coins from the victory as we move up on the Versus Rewards ladder. And I do have a couple of cool things to open today at the very end. So let's go ahead and jump into another match and see if we can pull off another win. Next opponent is ETYU14, and I missed what kind of deck they use. Let's go ahead and use Tails, and we end up winning. We will go first. So would you like to go first? Yes. All right, and we've got nothing to start off this time, so we're going to mulligan, and they've got a basic. All right, and finish on there. All right, new hand, we get a Litwick, no rare candies, and no Evo Soda either. But we do get a Pokemon Fan Club, so hopefully we can pull that off. Their opponent, let's see, we've got a Mew EX, beautiful card, versatile. This Pokemon can use the attacks of any Pokemon in play. That is great. Let's go ahead and put a special energy onto the little Litwick. Let's Pokemon Fan Club. Yeah, let's Pokemon Fan Club. Bring down our deck a little bit. So let's get a Gengar. Let's get 2 Gengars. Both full art Gengars. Beautiful cards. Some of my favorite of all time. And it is because of this deck that Gengar and Chandelure quickly became some of my favorite Pokemon. And let's go ahead and pass it on over to them. So they've got a weakness to Psychic ×2. They've got 120 hit points, and they've got a double colorless energy. There's the Night Attack for 3 damage counters onto the Gengar EX. They're going to go after a bench. This is pretty much our strategy, so it's really cool to see. Let's Professor's Letter. We don't get the evolution we needed, so we're going to get 2 more basic energy cards and thin down our deck even more. In case they do decide to go after Litwick, I kind of want to put out that Rock Guard. So let's put that out there and feed our other Gengar EX on the bench. And let's trip over attack. It'll do double damage. So that's a heads. It does 40 with the weakness and brings him down a little bit more. And hopefully we can survive this. And if anything, we can, I was going to say we can knock out the Mew next turn with a free retreat cost. And if we can just get a Dimension Valley. So they're going to do 3 more damage onto our, there's a Dimension Valley. Boom. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and knock out this Mew and keep it from punishing our bench. So let's go ahead and retreat for free. Onto the Gengar EX. And did we get a, was that a draw 3? Yeah, so Versus Seeker. Onto another Tierno, and we will use that. Let's see what we get. Come on, Rare Candy. Do we get the Rare Candy? We do not. We do get a Spirit Link, which is helpful, and a Special Energy. So let's go ahead and Dark Corridor for the knockout on the Mew EX. And there it is with the weakness, 120. We'll bring out Little Litwick. And we get 2 prize cards out of it. Is there a Rare Candy there? Evil Soda, Professor's Letter, and the Lampent. We'll take the Lampent, absolutely. So here comes the Oddish. It's got 50 hit points. Absorb does 10 damage, and then the Acid Attack does 20. They end up passing, not even an energy attached to it. So let's go ahead and put out Little Litwick. We don't get the... yeah, let's knock this guy out too. So we'll put the energy onto... Or I'm sorry, we'll evolve into Lampent. We'll put the Muscle Band on it. What else? Yep, that is basically it. So let's go ahead and retreat for free once again. Bring out the Gengar EX and another knockout against the Little Oddish. 80 damage onto it, and we'll get a prize card. Bring out the Lampent again, and next turn we'll be able to evolve into the Chandelure. There's a Great Ball right there. And finally, the Combee. It is their turn. After this match, we'll open up some booster packs. Battle Compressor. Search up to 3 cards and discard them. So let's see what it was. They've got another Oddish in Archon. Is that how you pronounce that? It's got Prehistoric Call. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon's in your discard pile, you may put this Pokemon at the bottom of your deck. So they went ahead and, oh, Vespiquen. Beautiful. There's a Shaman, and they'll draw up some more. Let's see this Vespiquen again. Be Revenge. This attack does 10 more damage for each Pokemon in your discard pile. It's going to destroy poor little Lampent. There's the Forest of Giant Plants. They're going to evolve. They're going to keep our deck from using items. So there's their Acrobite. This is very quickly getting out of hand, Brokettes. We are probably going to lose this now. Look at this beautiful play from ETU14. Absolutely great. There's a Gloom right there, so we're going to see an evolution. And are we going to get item locked? There's a Trainer's Mail, so they're going to use their items before they bring out the Vileplume, assuming they have it on hand. There's another Battle Compressor for 3 more. So before we could even put out the Chandelure, there's the Vespiquen. There's the setup for 5. And what else do we have? Is that the Vileplume? Is it coming? There's a red card. So there goes the Chandelure regardless. Let's see if we can at least draw up another Dimension Valley. No, we do get a Double Colorless Energy. We get a Professor's Letter. So at the very least, we should be able to attack with the Gengar EX next turn. And assuming they don't escape rope us. So there's an Ultra Ball. What else do they have? Another Trainer's Mail. They're down to 19 cards in their deck. This is a pro, everyone. There's the Ultra Ball. And this is the kind of gameplay that I saw at the tournament. Special Charge. Shuffle 2 Special Energy cards from your discard pile. I believe it's into your deck. Yep. And they end up doing that. So it brings them right back up. And are they going to attack with the Double Colorless Energy? Where's the Be Revenge? There's the Ultra Ball. So 2 more discards. So they got, there's a Vileplume is gone, so they've got to have another one. That's got to be a Vileplume as their very last one. Let's see what ends up happening. In the meantime, what are they setting up? It's going so quick. The Combee, they've got a Shaman EX, 2 of them, and then we've got our 2 Gengars, the Lampent, no more Chandelures. We do get the Tierno, which will help out a little bit, and then the Great Ball, which maybe we can pull off a Chandelure from there. But if this ends up working, we can go ahead and do Great Ball first. And I'm sorry, Tierno first and thin down our deck a little bit. So there's the Double Colorless Energy. There's the Trainer's Mail again. Look at this. This is incredible. This is amazing. There's a computer search. So how much damage are they going to do? I mean, let's take a look at the discard pile. Holy crap. That is quite a bit. And they're stacked too. So we've got multiples right here. There's a Floatstone right there onto the Chandelure. So now we are item locked. The final play. Each player can't play any item cards from his or her hand. So our Professor's Letter and the Great Ball are completely gone. So there goes the Lampent. Let's put out the Gengar EX, which we can attack with. And we have to get an energy, or there's a Chandelure, a little too late. So let's Tierno for 3. Basic energy, no. So we're going to have to put out the 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I can knock it out with just the Night Attack. So what do we want to do? We could either... Yeah, I guess we can put out another Gengar EX. You know what? Let's... Man, this is a tough choice. I'm going to hold off on the double colorless energy. We'll do a Night Attack and knock out the Vespiquen. So there's 3 more damage counters on it, so their big hitter is gone for now, but there's a Combee right there on the bench threatening us. So while we do have 2 prizes left, they have big hitter right there, and they've powered up their discard pile for another Vespiquen. So the more we knock out, the stronger that Vespiquen gets. It is an awesome deck, and because of this Vileplume with the irritating pollen ability, these 3 cards here are no good to us. The Professor's Letter is gone, the Great Ball, the Evo Soda. Ace Trainer is awesome. We can't use that though because we are ahead of them in prizes. And then finally Tierno, the always solid Tierno coming through for us. So that at least we can use next turn, and then we save the double colorless energy. They're going to Sycamore and get 7 more cards in their hand. They ended up discarding another Battle Compressor. And let's see if they end up drawing the Vespiquen. And that Vileplume has the Floatstone on it, so they can go ahead and retreat for free and essentially knock out our Gengar EX. And then we've got nothing left after that. If they've got that Vespiquen, and we've got 2 non-powered up EXs on the bench. We don't have a Lysander. They end up conceding the match. That was so close. If they had that Vileplume, that would have been game. But it looks like they weren't able to pull it off, so they ended up quitting. So we get a little bit closer onto the daily rewards, and a little bit higher on the versus rewards ladder. So there it is, another 30 right there. And we can go ahead and open up some booster packs. Let's see what we end up getting. We end up getting a reward chest. And a little bit closer to our very own Battle Compressors right there. So let's go ahead and go into our collection for today. And huge thanks to everyone for tuning in, of course. Here's our booster packs. I did want to save this one to show it off. This is from Pokemon League. It's the Sun and Moon Season 2. It looks like a theme deck card, or a theme deck code, but it's just for playing Pokemon League. So you get 4 Incineroars out of that, and then you get the coin as well. And we've got some old booster packs. This is all thanks to Brocat Rodney, who wasn't using any of the codes. So he's like, hey, you play TCG, right? Here you go. So here's a bunch of really old booster packs that are really cool. So I might use them to trade off Plasma Blast. Check that out. And then we've got Sun and Moon booster packs, Guardians Rising, Ancient Origins, a ton of evolution. So let's go ahead and go with Ancient Origins first and knock that out since that is our last one. We'll do the 2 Guardians Rising and then maybe 1 Sun and Moon. So we've got, so far, nothing new. We've got a Reverse Hollow Baltoy and a Gardevoir. And let's go ahead into the latest set, which is Guardians Rising. We earned 2 booster packs from that. And that was, I think, from the Decidueye GX pack that we ended up getting these 2 codes. So we've got Sligo, Alomomola. There you go. Got that one. And Alolan Golem, which has a Reverse Hollow Electromagnetic Rock Wrecker, does 80 times. Flip a coin for each electric energy attached to this Pokemon. This attack does 80 damage for each heads. Heavy Slam does 20 minus 30 for each colorless Pokemon in your opponent's each colorless energy in your opponent's active retreat cost. So it's not bad. It is stage 2. Drampa GX, there it is. Righteous Edge does 20, discard a... We looked at it earlier. I mean, this was in several decks in the competitive tournament, so I will definitely hang on to that, and maybe we can use it in the future. Really good pull, already worth it. Now we've got the Chansey, Machop, Marini, Snorunt, and then the final one here is a Vanillux. So let's finish off that. Let's go into Sun and Moon, and we'll open up 2 of those. There's a Decidueye right in the front there. My favorite starter from Sun and Moon. Alright, so we've got an Alolan Meowth, Rare Candy, awesome. A Marini Reverse Hollow. And then the other rare in this pack is a Decidueye. And whoops, let's go ahead and go right back into another one. And we'll do one more after this. But I'm really happy with that Drampa GX. Let's Dratini, Diglett. Dratini is one of Kelly's favorite Pokemon of all time. Professor Kukui, very helpful. I think this is our first one, yeah. So really good to have that. Pelipper. The Kukui essentially draw 2 cards during this turn. Your Pokemon's attack gets 20 more damage. Really awesome. And then it's almost like a one-time use Muscle Man. And Crabominable. And last booster pack for today. Snubbull, Alolan Rattata, Drowsy, Makuhita, Timer Ball. Flip 2 coins for each head. Search your deck for an evolution Pokemon. Reveal it and put it onto your hand. Shuffle your deck afterward. Energy Switch. That's a gorgeous card right there. Reverse Hollow Growlithe. Beautiful artwork and beautiful reverse hollow. Final one of this pack is a... Oh, man. Full art, secret rare, ultra rare, Lurantis GX. Number 150 out of 149. It's got the flower supply, 40 damage. Attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon any way you'd like. Solar Blade does 120, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. That's been used against me several times at Pokemon League. And then the Chloroscythe GX attack. This attack does 50 damage times the amount of grass energy attached to this Pokemon. One-time use. Beautiful card. Beautiful artwork. Amazing pull. So happy with today's pulls. Man, that is so great. I want to thank all of you so much for tuning in to today's Let's Play and to the podcast every week. Thank you for subscribing as well. If you want the podcast every single Sunday, it does upload on Sundays on YouTube at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time and on iTunes at noon Eastern Time. So if you want the schedule for that, that's what it is. If you want a link for everywhere you can find us, head on over to thereasonsimbroke.com. Thank you again for tuning in. I'm Daniel, and we'll see you next time.